Samantala sa puntong ito, makakausap natin si Philippine Ambassador to China, Jose Santiago Sta. Romana. Magandang araw po, Ambassador.
Magandang araw din sa iyo, Mr. Crockett.
Opo. Ambassador, alam po natin naman na ang China po yung naging epicenter ng COVID-19. Sa tala po ngayon ng John Hopkins kahapon, nasa ika-18 pwesto na lamang po ang China sa may mataas sa bilang ng kaso ng COVID-19 sa buong mundo. Ito po ay may 84,209. Ibig sabihin po, napababa na ang bilang ng kaso ng virus sa bansa. Sa tingin po ninyo, ano po yung malaking impact ng teknolohiya gaya po ng robots in fighting against COVID-19?
Well, dito sa China, technology played a key role. Ginamitan nila ng yung contact tracing, meron silang app na ginamit sa telepono at yung paggamit din ng AI or artificial intelligence, no, para sa mga kaso at sa both sa tracing at sa treatment, no. Basically, the Chinese approach, no, miski yung paggamit ng drones nung kasalukuyang malaganap yung epidemic, they used it, no, drone technology. So technology, they employed a lot of technology to be able to control the epidemic. Ngayon, pahusay na ang kondisyon dito, ginagamit naman nila ito para noon to basically to monitor yung movements, no? Pagka pupunta ka sa isang restaurant or lilipad ka sa aeroplano or sasakay ka sa tren, chine-check nila yung app sa phone kung saan ka nanggaling ng past 2 weeks or meron silang color coding kung clear ka for travel or kung dapat bantayan or hindi ka pwede, no? So they employed a lot of technology, and this is one lesson we should learn, no? And I think we're doing it sa Philippines now. It's very important, particularly for contact tracing and as well as for tabulating in data, no? To be able to tabulate the cases.
Opo. Ambassador, gaano po ba karami ang bilang ng mga Pilipino na nagpositibo po sa COVID-19 sa China?
Well, we're happy to say na sa Philippine community dito, halos COVID-free ang Philippine community, no? And I'm talking of mainland, no? China, not including Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, no? Dito sa mainland China, isa lang ang reported case ng Filipino na infect.
Opo. Ambassador?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead po, Ambassador.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Ambassador, I can hear you.
Stranded siya muna sa Manila and then bumalik siya dito kasi nandito yung trabaho niya. Pag landing niya sa airport, na-detect na meron siyang COVID. Kaya diretso sa quarantine and sa hospital, and that was still in March. So he's now been discharged and he's now recovered and back to work. So not the Filipino community, not a single case. Now it's a COVID-free Filipino community here.
Opo, patungkol naman po sa pag-repatriate sa mga OFW, ilan na po ba yung napauwi sa Pilipinas? At may coordination ba ang concerned agency na maaari po magbigay na assistance sa ating mga OFW?
Well, ang problema ngayon basically is na walang halos flights. There was a time na there were no flights no direct flights between Manila and Beijing or between the Philippines and China. Ngayon lang nag-umpisa uli Chinese Airlines flying once a week, no? Kaya maraming Pilipino na nag-iintay dito at nais na umuwi, no? Ang bilang namin dito sa mainland is almost 265, no? Na Filipinos na either nawala ng trabaho, na tapos ang kontrata or nais nang bumalik, no? At ang problema ngayon is really waiting for the resumption of flights. Kasi once a week lang yung flight and hindi pa na-resume yung mga Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific, kaya mataas ang presyo. Kaya it's difficult for them to afford it. And those that are asking for help, because of the price right now, we're also waiting for the price to go down, no? Pero basically, it's the availability of flights. As for yung unang nakauwi, Pebrero pa ito, yung galing sa Wuhan, no? A group of almost 40 Filipinos. That one was in cooperation with DFA, of course, and DOH. Merong pailan-ilan, no, na Pilipino nakakabalik, no? Pero halos bihira, no? Karamihan ay nag-iintay dito sa China. At hiwahin po kasi sa Beijing, almost 59, no? Meron sa Shanghai, pinakamadami, Shanghai at saka Guangzhou, mga Pilipinos doon na hihintay umuwi. Sa Guangzhou, halos 74. Sa Shanghai, we have 67, no? Who are listed. So they're in different places of China, pero we're hoping na ma-resume yung flights. Ang problema kasi sa China ngayon, situation is, no? Kaya lang, mahigpit pa rin sila pagdating sa international departure and arrival. Kaya limited pa yung flights. Kaya na-normalize na domestic flights, pero international flights hindi pa normalized, no? Kasi halos nahinto na dito yung domestic transmission, konti na lang ang daily cases dito, no? Kahapon ang reported 11, no? Tapos sa Beijing halos 55, 56 days na walang kaso. Nagkaroon na lang kahapon na report ang isa. At pinaghihinalaan na most of these cases are due to imported, meaning mga Chinese who come back from abroad. Dahil dito, mahigpit sila dun sa pag-resume ng flights. And this is affecting the plight of Filipinos here, particularly those who lost their jobs, who want to go home, or whose contracts have expired.
Mula nung unang pagtapak ninyo sa bansang China noong 1971, sa edad na 23, paano nyo po ibinabahagi ang inyong mga naging karanasan bilang head ng youth delegation na naimbitahan ng China Youth Association sa mahabang panahon ng inyong pamamahagi po o pamamalagi sa bansang China sa mahigit na 4 na dekada?
Well, I think my experience here has helped a lot in terms of broadening my outlook, learning more about China, learning about the Chinese mindset. So it gives me a good view, no, in terms of what are the concerns, what are the daily concerns of Chinese? What is it that makes China tick? Nung dumating ako dito, China was still a third world country. Yung airport noon sa Beijing, ay nako, wala sa kalingkingan at NAIA, no? It was a very small airport. Tapos gabi noon, pagdating ko sa Beijing, madilim ang Beijing. It was like a provincial town in China, or even compared to a provincial town in the Philippines. What I didn't expect and what I was amazed was when I witnessed the transformation from a developing country or a third world country, a very poor country, na now is the second biggest economy in the world. And now it is actually not only a regional power, but a major world power. So it also gives me a deeper understanding ng kanilang history. They went through, it's one of the amazing things is that for centuries before, China was the leading power. Not only in Asia, but in the world. They were more developed than Europe until the Industrial Revolution. The West was able to develop. And then sinakop naman ng Western powers ang China. And they went through 100 years na naging halos colony sila or semi-colony of different powers, Western powers. And they went through war, revolution, kaya the China that I saw was a very poor, no, but egalitarian China. At ang lesson really dito is how a country can pull itself up and particularly develop and be able to solve the issue of absolute poverty, no? Almost 800 million, even according to the estimate of the World Bank. Natulungan nila na to be able to get out from poverty. At this year, they're trying to eliminate absolute poverty completely. Ang poverty rate nila ngayon is less than 1% na lang. And they're trying to reduce it to zero. Of course, meron pa rin silang mga problema. No? Income inequality, relative poverty, urban, lalo na ngayon, urban unemployment. Pero it's a big case study in development. Yun ang aking malaking natutunan dito, na a country as big as China was able first to feed itself just enough, barely. Meron dito, meron pa mga rasyon-rasyon, yung rasyon ng pagka, of course, I was a foreign guest, kaya mahusay ang trato sa iyo, no? Pero pagka pumunta ako sa Chinese restaurant, humihingi sila ng kupon, no? Hindi lang pera, ha? Pera, hindi sapat na may pera ka. Importante na meron kang kupon kasi rasyon yung flour, yung wheat, yung rice, miski yung bumili ka ng tela, rasyon din yun, no? Bisikleta, hindi ka basta-basta makakabili ng bisikleta, they're ration it, no? So, dati noon, pagkadayuhan, pupunta ka lang sa friendship store kasi yun ang pinakamahusay na ano. Ngayon ang friendship store, nalugi na natalo na ng mga private enterprise. No? This was the product of economic reform. So it's quite a story. It's quite a case study in development. And it's actually a big case study for third world countries, for the Philippines, because we still have a major problem in terms of poverty alleviation, economic development. So there are practices here that we could learn from. Of course, they have a different social system, ibang sistema natin sa Pilipinas. But I think there are certain best practices, particularly dito sa pagpugsa ng COVID, sa economic development, poverty alleviation, and technology, no? Dito ngayon, hindi na ako gumagamit halos ng cash. Pagka pumunta ako sa tindahan, dala ko lang telepono, tapos meron digital payment linked to the bank. So this is something, at saka nung buong lockdown, halos hindi ako makalabas dito sa Beijing. At because I wanted to order. Pero yung kanilang online delivery service was so advanced that I could keep on ordering duck or whatever I wanted to eat, and they would deliver it. No? So there are a lot of practices here that are worthy of emulation. Of course, there are positive and negative examples, no? But positive lessons. But the key is how to apply it to the Philippine conditions.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong panahon, Ambassador to China Jose Santa Romana. Mag-ingat po kayo, sir. Mabuhay po.